We're counting down the most frequently asked questions, and here we go with some more. These are from classes we teach, emails, messages, questions, and posts in our interactive and welcoming Facebook group, Mahjong Community. Let's start with what is racking, is it required, and does tapping the tile on the rack count as racking? Racking is placing the tile you pick from the wall completely in that sloping part of your rack. It's not a requirement, it's not a rule, but it is often thought as a best practice because it closes the window for the other players to call a discard. But there are other ways to close, which we'll get to soon. Tapping the tile or just clicking it on the rack is not considered racking, and therefore it does not close that window. That prior discard is still available. When can a prior discard no longer be called? So that's when the window of opportunity to call it closes. And it closes when the next tile is racked, which we just discussed. A joker exchange is initiated. So player A discards a tile, player B picks a tile from the wall, and then says to any of the players or themselves, they don't have to say it out loud to themselves, but they say it out loud to someone else, may I have your joker? As soon as a joker exchange is initiated, that prior discard is now a dead tile. It is no longer available. Or the next tile is discarded, which it's fully named or touches the table, or Mahjong is called. So these four ways are ways that the prior discard is no longer able to be called. Moving on. Can I exchange a joker from a dead hand? This is a three-part answer. The typical answer most people will give when someone asks this question is yes, as long as it was exposed before the hand was declared dead. But that's only part of the answer. If the exposure, even if valid at the time, is later found out to be part of a concealed hand, either based on Mahjong and error or based on the fact that they put up another exposure which identifies it as a concealed hand, any jokers in those exposures are not valid for exchange, even if at the time it could have been for another exposed hand. No jokers exposed before a concealed hand is called dead is redeemable since they were part of an incorrect exposure. And in that middle, it says if an incorrect exposure results in a dead hand, but not realized until later in the game, jokers in that exposure are not available for redemption. So here's your three-part answer. So what happens to jokers when somebody has a dead hand? Do all the tiles remain on the top of the rack? If the hand exposes Mahjong in error for a concealed hand, all tiles are returned because the joker shouldn't be face up for players to think they could exchange them. So all of them go back. If a hand is declared dead for other reasons, the prior valid exposures that have jokers available, those stay up. The rest of them, the exposure that caused the hand to be dead or anything exposed along with that, those all go back into the sloping portion of the rack. So if there were any jokers in those, they're not redeemable. We hope this clears up some of our frequently asked questions, and we'll continue on this in future videos. Excited to show that back in stock, we have some very in-demand Mahjong dice back in stock. And we have a curated collection of Mahjong and gifts accessories on our women-owned business website, modernmahjong.com. Our visual companion guide is updated for 2025 and available on Amazon. And if you're a teacher or a group leader, we give great discounts on modernmahjong.com for 8 or more copies. We have updated our 2025 National Mahjong League PDF. It's available on modernmahjong.com. We invite you to check it out. We are excited that we are going to be kicking off our next virtual tournament. It's starting soon. Details on modernmahjong.com. You have plenty of time to play at your convenience, either at home or online, and then you compete for fun prizes. September 10th, we are going to Pinstripes in Orlando. September 18th, we're going to Pinstripes in Aventura. November 5th and 6th and 12th, we're going to be at Clive Daniel Home in Fort Myers, Naples, and Boca Raton. If you play Canasta, you're invited to our Canasta convention. Here's the schedule of events taking place October 11th and 12th. For more details, go to modernamericancanasta.com. Thanks so much for listening. We hope to help share rules, help everybody learn the official rules so everybody could play with confidence. We hope that you like, comment, save, and most importantly, share. Let us know if you have topics you'd like us to discuss in the next Daily Talk of the Tiles. Have a great day, and of course, a great game.